Anyway, hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast, where today we are talking about episode 17 of Ultraman Orb. I started recording right before, like literally a second before I said that, so you guys have no context for why you shouldn't eat King's Classic.
But you shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
I'll just warn you, it involves a pickle.
It involves a pickle coming out of me that went inside of me.
Hungry. This is not getting any better, and all of what has been said has been accurate.
Oh yeah, this is a nightmare situation. Be warned.
Full on.
And now you're involved.
Dill pickle.
It was like half of the pickle, but yeah.
Full on whole pickle.
Yep.
For those of you who listen to this podcast while eating your dinner, I'm sorry.
Imagine that coming out your ass.
Yep. For those of you eating your dinner, I am too.
Not gonna stop him.
I've had to experience some truly vile things in my life. Nothing will stop me from eating if I need to.
Same.
So anyway, this week we're going to talk about how we get the payoff to Juggler being a doctor.
He does open heart surgery and saves millions.
I would pay for that too.
Yeah, like that's the alternate universe version of this episode. Like
that's episode 18 that I watched.
Yep.
Part of the manga.
Yep. He is in a manga. Fun fact. Darkness Heals exists. Darkness Heals exists. Yeah. So Juggler, he's a doctor. He's going to check on Naomi. He's checking her heart rate.
Does the whole glove thing. Got up.
Yep. Second,
no payoff for the dead orderlies.
Well, the payoff is that he's in the room with Naomi now.
Well, I mean, like he belabors the entire activity. I'm sure there was no ceremony for those orderlies.
Oh no. Well, I mean, again, I think he walked in, he pretended to be a doctor, he killed all the people who knew that he wasn't a doctor, that he talked to on his way in. And then
a nurse comes in and goes, Dr. Juggler, we need you stat.
Yeah. It's not because she thinks he's a doctor, it's because she realized that she has to pretend he is. Yeah, so then we get Juggler being real creepy again, saying that Naomi either has a fever or love sickness. And he wants her to publicly decry Orb so that the public will turn against him.
Juggler's playing the long game here.
100%. 100%. He wants to destroy any faith in Orb that the public has. He is a supervillain through and through.
And then
it's not just enough to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Guy so fast?
He's been canonically shown to be fast many times.
We've seen that before.
Yeah, but he's way faster now.
I don't know. He was pretty fast the last couple episodes.
He's like Archie comic fast.
No, I'm pretty sure the only time that we've seen him engage super speed, it's all been the same, like lightning fast.
Oh yeah.
No, we saw a trail like of his like after image. This time it's just a beam of light.
I think you're misremembering.
Nope, I remember everything perfectly as I do.
He's getting faster.
He's almost, like I said, Archie Sonic levels fast.
Also, there's a trail behind him if you look at the episode again. He does leave a trail. It's just we're at a different angle. Yeah, but he's a being of light.
Yeah, before it was like his after image.
Well, yeah, but now his after image is light because he's light.
Oh my god, don't give him a diary to write in.
Yes. He'll kill everyone. That actually does bring up an interesting part of the episode. We'll get into that later about the whole hurting and helping thing.
Womp womp.
It's definitely not ultimate pleasure or ultimate pain.
It's not.
Not
They
everything
truly
is
are. They truly are not truly a demon angel being.
Um, so I love that they brought up the Russian nesting doll like back into this because it plays a
like
remarkable.
you haven't gotten it by now.
Yep. Well, it like especially with the whole like the last one's finally opened and it's not empty.
I literally, when we see the contents of it, I'm like you haven't looked inside it.
No,
Why
she's
would
afraid
she?
to. It just has hope inside of it.
This is why superstition is foolish.
Well, I mean, it literally has hope inside of it. It has a giant silver-skinned man's picture inside of it.
But he's not in silver skinned form.
Yeah, but her great
She
grandma
doesn't
knew
know
it.
that. It's in black and white. He's silver now.
Yeah. She also doesn't know
Just
any
this
of it.
guy with silver paint.
Yep. He's one of those guys in Times Square.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Dead air. Yeah, I love that it keeps getting brought back in and like so Juggler in like his attempt to kill Naomi cuts it and he cuts through all of them except for the last one, except it's revealed that it was cut to. But
it was held together with hope.
yes, and Naomi gives it to a
We're
guy.
bunch of...
Yep.
I heard him.
Yep. Yeah, so it was given to Guy.
So unnecessary.
No, it's for payoff. Otherwise, how would we know the picture's in it?
Yeah, how will we know Guy? How else will we know that Guy is finally in love with Naomi?
Yes. How else will we know?
Okay.
But he accidentally calls
Or
her
not.
Natasha at night.
Yep. He says it like a couple times and she gets real fucking uncomfortable.
This is not okay.
No.
You're getting my light, Natasha.
Mm-hmm. We also get the best crew walking and talking. We get Shin, we get Jeddah, and we get Uncle talking about how the Beetle have decided that Orb is now public enemy number 1.
Pretty much.
So they say he's like a target. They straight up choose to attack him over Juggler later in this episode.
Well, because Juggler's not a threat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the giant monster with 2 heads, not a threat.
Well, yeah,
3 heads.
Doctor.
Yeah, he is a doctor. We should have known better.
Is this a version of the trolley problem and I just didn't realize it?
I mean, everything is if you have enough rope.
Or enough train track?
Yeah. You don't need that much train tracks. You just need a lot of rope.
Yeah. And a chainsaw.
Yeah. Preferably one sticking out of a man's face.
Yeah.
And callback.
Mm-hmm. But we also, in like the scene with these 3, we get the whole idea of protecting and harming, which I actually kind of liked, this conversation that they have where Jeddah kind of comes to the realization that Orb has been protecting people by harming other things, and there's this dichotomy to him that you have to harm in order to protect.
The middle ground, though.
Yes.
Well, Uncle's the ultimate hero.
He is the ultimate hero. He's the ultimate warrior. Destrucity.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, so this is like this is the tail end of a bunch of serious episodes all in a row. And they're really like playing on like some of the heavier themes like light and darkness. What does it mean to be like a person who protects others? ultimately is protecting and harming tied together, especially in this world where your monster attacks happen all the time and you hypothetically have to harm them in order to protect others. Like,
and we've seen that theme kind of come up in a few other episodes.
Yeah, but
they really bring it to a head here.
Yeah, this is where like they really want to address the idea of what Orb also means to people. Like, he's important, he's doing something good, but he is still a dangerous being if you get right down to it. Like, I don't know. It's an interesting little play they're trying to do where they're trying to make it. They're trying to play with like some of the deeper themes of the show.
Sure.
Having like 3 serious episodes in a row is a little bit tough, I feel like, and I really like this one. I think the last episode is my favorite of these 3, though. Especially with
I mean, this one was really solid.
This one's great too. Like, I think all 3 of them work really well together, but I think like the middle one, like the downer stuff that's I mean, honest, I think it's actually 4 episodes in a row we've had that are like really serious. Now that I think about it. Yeah. Which means, of course.
Question.
Yes.
Alex.
Time for a clip show.
Oh God, no. Alex, did you also get the feeling that you're about to begin watching Kung Pao when he starts opening up the doll and she just starts humming?
I didn't, but I do now.
Like, the moment I hear the little I'm like, oh God.
Yep.
Well, crazy. She's
So cute.
Stop it in my hair.
Oh God. The Mercury.
I need to rewatch that movie soon.
What do you
We
do
need to
on
make an
occasion?
event out of it because one of our cohorts, Scott, has not seen it despite the innumerable amount of references we made to it.
And
We
the
could make that a
numerous
thing.
times we've watched it online.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We also got like a serious scene between Guy and Naomi where Guy finally puts 2 and 2 together and realizes that Naomi is Natasha's great granddaughter. Which
Natasha.
I also kind of dig that, like obviously there's this big thing of like all the time they're this close to figuring out that he's Orb, like this close, but this is like him getting a revelation, which I appreciate, like because by this point like everyone watching the show should have realized it, like
yeah. They've played that off enough times that it would be surprising if you didn't make that connection yourself.
Yes, you would. You need to start questioning some things about yourself if you don't get it by this point.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Joke's on me. I've been watching Taiga the entire time.
All right. I mean, good for you.
And no one who's been watching this podcast up to this point will be surprised by that.
I mean, I would be thoroughly surprised if only based on like a couple of key points. Only a couple, though. Yeah, so that's where we get like the reveal of the inside the last doll is a picture of Natasha and Guy.
It didn't take a sword to open it. Come on.
Yeah, it did.
Well,
No.
he would have never opened it on his own because he's afraid of opening it. It had to be forced upon him.
Yeah, how else will he find out what's inside of him if he doesn't rip it open himself?
Yeah.
This is clear allegory that he needs to take a knife, cut open his stomach, and see what's inside.
Yes.
Well, I read it as an allegory that Juggler is the only reason why he's able to see inside of himself.
Well, that's kind of accurate.
Well, that's because they're one of the same person. They're just a split personality.
They need to Patara fuse.
Yes.
No, I mean this is just psychological. He's a schizophrenic, and like Juggler doesn't exist.
So Orb is actually a danger to the universe.
No, just Guy.
Yeah, he hasn't been transforming at all. He's just a fucking crazy person who's walking around. He's been fighting
what
Dobermans.
Something search people been seeing?
They've been watching a man lose his mind and get in fights with dogs.
He's just spraying himself with silver paint.
Yep.
Not the dogs.
Just it's like from Fury Road. Yeah, it's Fury Road. He's just spraying his mouth with it.
Sophie.
Yep. Yeah. Then we get all the flashbacks to all the shit that should have tipped Guy off immediately to her being related to Natasha.
It's literally him just going, "Oh shit!" The flashback.
God damn it!
They had the same last name. They had the same face. It was all the hair.
They have. She's been giving me food that she made. They know the exact same song that me and her and Juggler know, and that's it.
I really all of a sudden wanted Josh's thing to be correct, where it's just Naomi in a blonde wig with bangs.
That would have been funny. But no, it's a white lady.
Would have been a lot better.
Yep.
It's my idea. Makes sense.
Did either of you watch Twin Peaks?
I've seen like a little of it.
Do you remember when the Asian businessman shows up? You know what I'm talking about, Josh. There is a character. Minor spoilers here for a great show. There's a great character that is this. I think she's the mother-in-law, right, or something like that.
If I remember right.
Yeah, she's just a pest the entire first 2 seasons, and then she gets horrifically killed at the end of one of the seasons. And then this fucking Asian businessman shows up, and it took me 3 episodes to realize it was her and a mustache.
Okay, right on.
It was so great because I was watching it with a friend of mine, and by the 3rd episode, I'm like, wait a minute. Is that her? And he looks at me and I'm like, that's her. I really wanted that moment with Naomi to be the actress just in that, because we all know it's a wig.
Yeah.
It could have been Naomi. Not. Could have been.
Yeah. Then we get
Moral of the story is watch Twin Peaks.
Yes. Then we get Guy hugging her from behind, and she is ready. He hugs her, and she's like, now? Okay.
Is that an Ultraman in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
I wasn't ready.
He pulls out an action figure of Ginga.
Yep. I'm going to put this in you.
You said we could bring toys.
I have yet to figure out how to activate it. Let's find out together.
Again, I love this because he's holding her and he's clearly crying, and she's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing now. What's my line?
Do I?
Did you put it on Inside Out or?
Is this the part where we have sex on screen? I don't know what's going on. This is a kids show, right?
Yeah, all of a sudden, the budget changes.
Yep.
This is where it goes into hentai territory.
Yep. Yeah. Then Guy's like, "Thank you for everything. Sing that song when I fight, when Orb fights," and yeah.
Yeah, because we're still playing coy like he's not Orb.
I want her to realize that he's Orb at this point. She needs to realize it, but
come on.
In this universe,
the only way this could be a better reveal than her figuring it out for her goddamn self is if Jeddah tells her.
Oh yeah.
No, Jeddah can never find out.
No, I have faith that Jetta's gonna find out.
No, Jetta never finds out. They keep it away. Like, everyone knows at this point, knows who Orb is, but they keep fucking with him.
Yep.
Because Guy has secretly gone and like, please don't tell Jetta. He's gonna get a fat head.
He already figured it out once. If he finds out that he was right, it's gonna ruin everything.
He will bring down all of Japan.
But then we get
no pressure.
Then we get Zapandon showing back up because Juggler, now that he knows he can do the fusion, he's gonna.
Well, we spent money on this costume. Might as well freaking use it.
Yeah, this is a dope ass costume. We need to get our money's worth out of it.
I mean, considering how many are original, yeah, they're gonna use the original.
Oh yeah. Then Guy transforms into Thunderbreaster because it's a dope ass form, so why not? And it's also his strongest form as of this part of the episode that I am currently looking at.
He's got big old sausage fingers.
You talking about Belial? Because yes.
Belial sure as shit does.
Oh yeah, no, he has the big meaty claws.
Like, I knew he had like giant claws, but like that shot of him just standing there when they're all three next to each other is just like,
Yep.
Like, you know for a fact that was some edgelord who drew Belial and went, this is gonna work.
Yep.
And then the costume department's like, I don't know what the fuck else to do. Like, here it is.
Yep. You got what you wanted. Are you happy now?
Yeah. Like, all right, cool. Edgy the hedgy over here.
Yep. He and Zero were made for the same movie.
Oh no.
Yep. But then we get a pretty dope fight again because Guy is just not ready to fight Zapandon still. He will be in a few minutes, but not yet.
Can we just appreciate the fact that Ultraman is fully prepared to just stab him? Like, War of the Monster style? With
the fucking, like, the tower.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh no, he wants to. Yeah. He is out for blood.
The first thing I thought when I saw that was, oh well, there went the power for like several thousand people for several hours.
That's the only reason why Uncle chooses to tell the VTOL.
Yep.
Ultraman appeared. He's destroying electricity. Kill him.
God damn it. Those were the power cables to my house. Now my teenage daughter is going to be pissed off.
I was recording something on TiVo.
I had the baseball game on.
You guys don't understand. If my family doesn't have electricity, we have to talk to each other.
And that would be a true crisis.
I'm not ready to acknowledge I have a daughter yet. That's not until next episode.
Oh, do we finally get it?
Yeah, it's next episode.
It's so good.
It's a pretty fun episode.
Yeah. How do you not know this, manga reader?
Because it's a downer of an episode. It's another serious episode.
Sure.
When are we ever going to get back to the silly, lighthearted fun?
Yep.
That ended ages ago.
I want more of those episodes with the imposter guy.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was a really good episode.
Wasn't it though?
Yeah, I do like that episode a lot. We get that aliens species back again, but not that specific one.
Oh,
I liked him.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, we get like some other fun ones though in the future. We also get Orb just wailing on the side of Juggler's head with that tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually like it crumbles and he's just like, okay, cool, extra mass for my fist.
Yep.
Brass knuckles.
Pretty much, yeah. It was like very barbaric form of fighting when he's using Belial's card.
Belial.
I love that you're doing the fucking song from American Dad. Stelio Contos.
Belios.
We need a last name for Belial.
Yeah.
Belial Conto.
That is his last name. Ultraman is his first name.
Ultraman battles.
Yep. But yeah, no, again, we get, during this fight, we get a, honestly, really well done flyby where, like, Uncle's on the rooftop watching, and the VTOL's jets fly by, and we get, like, kind of like a little panning shot, and, like, the frame slows down for a second as they pass him. Like, way more money than they needed to put into that one flyby.
Yeah. That had some budget behind it, for sure.
He somehow sees the Three Musketeers,
yep,
and calls them idiots for being on the ground level.
Yep.
He has binoculars.
That, or he's calling the Jets idiots.
Mm-hmm.
I thought on my first watch through that he was calling the Jets idiots.
No, he clearly.
I think he's very clearly calling the Three Musketeers idiots.
Yeah, well,
he
he's
saw
got
through the buildings and the trees and saw them on the ground.
Yeah,
he's got Uncle. He's an immortal being. He has powers we do not understand.
No, I came up with that headcanon.
He also has binoculars. He is watching the fight from a distance with binoculars.
He have binoculars.
But are they super binoculars?
Yes. Again, I want to bring up, though, that those jets fly by and they only shoot Orb. They do not try to even touch Juggler.
Yeah, they're like, Juggler looks friendly. Fuck that Orb guy.
Yeah, this monster with 3 mouths. We can trust this one. Let's shoot the guy that's fought all the monsters so far.
I'm just saying, if I know anything about Japanese politics, after watching Shin Godzilla, they would not have fired those jets, knowing these 3 were on the ground. Unrealistic now.
Yep. Yeah, then we get Juggler shooting the shit out of Guy, and
just repeatedly, just wrecking him.
Yeah, and he's like, "Ha, you fucked up, and I killed your friends again. Look at that, you don't have any friends anymore. I'm the only one in your life still." It was me.
They died.
Oh yeah, no, like the shot.
Your schizophrenia argument.
But yeah, so then we find that Orb has in fact leaned over and is protecting our characters. We are, and we get this shot where I will say this: up until now, the Belial, the Thunderbreaster form has always looked like really fearsome and intimidating and scary, and this is the first time that like they shoot it in a way that it feels like Guy again.
Yeah, he's smiling now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely do shoot it a little better, and they do a really good job of doing perspective work in this episode too.
Like, I appreciate this. Like, it looks like Guy right before we stop using this form.
Yeah, I guess we're done, aren't we?
Yeah. Now Guy and Naomi fuse together to form the ultimate being.
Yes. No. We do get to see like his other forms again a little bit, but like we get a new form for Guy now, for Orb, where that white card from. Go for it.
I was gonna say his new form comes straight out of Juggler's ass.
Oh yeah, quite literally.
Like the light literally comes out of it.
Yeah. Yep. We that card that was blank before turns into a card that has Orb's picture on it. Yep. And we get Orb's. This is obviously Orb's final form for this show, which is also his base form.
And I guess we're done with fusions.
I mean, we still use him a little bit, but yeah, like now that he's got his original form back.
I
Well,
don't
not
need you anymore.
Yeah.
Oh man, Orb Calibur's so cool.
It's
with his sword with a little spinner in it.
Yeah. I
Is
like
Ultraman the reason why we have fidget spinners?
Maybe. I'm not going to say no, but I'm also not willing to say yes.
I'm willing to say yes.
If you want to, we can attribute that to Orb. Yeah, I love that, like, when they see this form, like, Juggler's like, ah, fuck. Seriously? Seriously, you got that form back?
All it took was the power of love.
I was so happy you couldn't use the light on your own, and now you fucking can again. God damn it, this was the one win I had over you.
You shouldn't have pushed him.
Why did he have the light as a butt plug? Just saying.
Valid. And then, well, you gotta remember, though, it's because we use Manga Orochi's tail. And apparently the Orb Caliber is what was used to seal him away.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yep. Yeah, so then we get Orb showing off his fancy new old form, where he gets to use like powerful sword attacks and his
Orb.
Yeah, he can spin the wheel to use the classical elements.
Yeah.
Ground caliber, and then he shoots fucking shockwaves through the ground.
God, I love the fact that he uses Orb Supreme Caliber.
Yeah. I mean, we get like a few others as the show goes on. Like, obviously there's 4 outer lights that he can use. So we get a fire and a water and a wind one too.
Of course.
It would be bonkers if he only used ground, but I would also kind of love that. He has these other powers that you'll never see him use.
Yeah.
You just get to speculate about that.
Mm-hmm. And then he uses that energy blast that he uses in the flashback to the first episode that we've seen dozens of times.
No, I was just a little bit disappointed with how domestic this form is.
That's fair.
It's kind of basic.
I mean, that's kind of the point.
Trench coat.
I'd make the argument it's kind of the point that it is basic. Like,
yeah, I mean, narratively, it would only make sense to do this, but I'm like,
and then we get Juggler just screaming in the forest.
Well, he loses his ability to transform, doesn't he?
Yeah. The ring dissipates, so he can't transform anymore.
And then Guy's just like alone with Naomi, and then all of a sudden, the 2 most horrid characters come running into frame, and you just see Guy just physically get mad.
Yep.
That they're there.
It's because he was about to kiss the girl finally. They were having this like super sweet moment. Like, she was clearly getting ready for him to kiss her, and then Shin and Jeddah come in, and they're like, "Well,
yeah, we're here too."
But he does light up when he sees Uncle.
Yeah, I mean, he is happy again when Uncle comes in because canonically everyone loves Uncle. He's like Krillin. He's everyone's friend.
Aww.
Which means if he ever dies, Guy gets a power up.
I really want that to be the fact.
Super Ultraman.
Yes. Yeah. And then the 3 comic relief characters run off, which, again, I love that Uncle started off as a serious character, and by like episode 3 he was comic relief, but now he's just straight up comic relief. Then Naomi returns the Orbnica, which still sounds like something I'm not allowed to say, but I'm going to say it every time.
Yeah, it sounds dirty.
Yes. And yep, and Guy's reinvigorated to be Earth's protector.
This honestly, like, you could have just gone roll credits, and this could have been the end of the series.
Yes and no. There's a few other things that they do a good job of developing on, because so we're obviously there's the reveal of like Naomi is Natasha's great granddaughter, but there's also the reveal that, like, based off of what is said, Natasha doesn't die in the forest.
Oh yeah.
Well,
So there's
more setup.
Yep, there's still stuff that happened with her after that now Guy is aware that she didn't die after that, and we as the audience are aware. So what happened after that with her?
It's clear that she lived a long and happy life without Guy.
That is accurate, yes, but like, just
Guy left her.
Yep. But just like Guy had to protect his SSP people, like, Guy thought he had killed Natasha. How did she survive? Because he wasn't there to protect her that time.
I got it. I got it. I know what happened.
Yep.
All right. So Guy obviously thinks he killed her
for the rescue.
Yes. Obviously, Guy thinks he killed her.
Yes.
She's lying there bleeding internally and externally.
Yes.
And who comes to save her? Walking down, big old smile. We have Juggler.
Yep.
Juggler becomes Naomi's husband.
I mean, how much of that do you want me to confirm for you, bud?
And they have children.
How much of that do you want me to confirm for you, bud?
I don't need any, because I know it's true.
Yep.
Now.
I don't need any confirmation from you.
Yep. That is 100% true. Everything Josh just said happened.
See you next time.
Yep. Juggler just tried to have his own offspring brutally murdered.
Well,
to prove a point.
She was a disappointment, so.
Yep.
Very Palpatine.
It also makes the weird tension he's been trying to develop with her extra weird.
Well, maybe he just didn't know.
Yep.
You know how those Alabama guys are.
True. But yeah.
This is Ultraman Alabama?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Ultrabama.
Yeah, this is the kind of... we're gonna get like a less serious episode next. This is the last of the serious episodes for a couple episodes. And obviously this is... Guy has gotten his like final form for the show. Origin is the big power up he's gonna have for the rest of the season.
Oh, so he's not gonna get orb armor?
No, that's not until the movie. No, I'm fucking with you. No, but yeah, this is narratively, I think this is one of the best final forms that there is in the franchise. Like,
this one feels very earned, at the very least.
Oh yeah, well, earned, and like, it's set up from the beginning. Like, from episode 1, it's established that Guy has lost his original connection to the light. So what would be like the big power up for him? Getting his original connection back. Not having to depend on other ultras to bridge the gap for him anymore. Like, that's...
Yeah, like, we knew it was coming. It's been set up. It just... It was well done.
Oh, yeah. And having him get it back in a fight against Juggler, I think, is like an extra layer of like importance that the entire time
Juggler.
Oh yeah, especially with the amount of like Juggler has been constantly ridiculing Guy over the fact that he's using other ultras to help him. Like the best way to deal the finishing blow on that is now Juggler's the one using others to help him, and Guy defeats him on his own. Like I think it that extra layer is really, really good.
Yeah.
Obviously, Alex, you weren't the biggest fan of the design for the form.
I wasn't upset by it. Like I said, it needed to be that for the narrative,
Mhm.
but I almost wanted it to have like a really interesting like color flare to it or something.
Oh,
Like-
it did. It was black and red.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that standoutish. Is I guess where I'm at.
I get what you're saying on that.
I wanted it to be like it was only impactful if you have the narrative.
Mhm.
Like I wanted it to be visually impactful as well in some way. I'm not sure how I would have done it,
Mhm.
but it felt very much like a parsing down of the form.
Yeah. Although again, I think that's kind of the point of it. Is like,
Yeah, I agree.
it's 100% like this is origin. It's him going back to his basic. Well, not exactly his basic, but like
Yeah.
his
otherwise it'd
basic.
Being a pure light.
Otherwise, he'd be more red. That's actually a real thing, yes. But yeah, this is I personally like this form. Is like it's a really good simple design, like, and
Yeah, it was.
in a lot of his appearances in later things, this is the form he uses. So this is the form he appears in the most after this. So it works like it's not a visually cluttered form for him to appear in all the time. And I appreciate the power set that comes with it. Like, again, we'd had the Supreme Caliber kind of shown to us from the beginning of the show. But seeing the other things that Sword can do is really cool, which we only got one other thing this episode, but we will get more as he uses it more throughout the rest of the season.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. It would be dumb if they didn't, which is why we're only going to get the ground attack from now on.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got to learn his avatar powers.
Oh, yeah. All right, so now that we've gotten his final form for the season, what do you guys think is left on the table for what's going to happen?
Oh, it's like I said, that Juggler comes out and tells Naomi that he is her great-great-great-grandfather, and he disapproves of their relationship, and that's how it ends.
All right. Yep. No fight, just a serious, stern lecture.
I almost don't want to follow that.
Well, you have to.
Yep, you have to.
Fuck. Well, it's gotta be a resolution with the relationship with Juggler, or at least setting it up for a major cliffhanger for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what the content of the movie is in any way.
Yeah, I'm keeping that one under wraps.
I don't read manga.
I will say we have a movie, and then we have a special that came after the movie.
And a prequel.
And the prequel. But it's the movie, and then there's like a special set after it. If I'm, that's the right order.
A way to watch the things we aren't watching.
Yep.
Okay, first of all, I thought I was watching the right episodes.
He did think he was. The one he was watching it on YouTube, it cut the clip show episode.
I don't see how that's my fault or problem. Do gooder.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's the fact that they added the prequels in with.
Oh, okay, interesting. That's a choice that Shout Factory made.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I got to watch, the prequels thinking I was watching the correct episodes, and I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense from what I watched last week.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing you really got is you got like a little bit of like the very first part of Juggler and Guy's relationship, and you get to see a version of Orb that you only see in the prequels. Because he does have a prequel specific form. It's this form, but less black and more red. Yeah. It's honestly less visually interesting.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
It's more visually.
All right. Agree to disagree. It has like 2 black patches on like, and like a little bit of black, but it's mostly whatever's black is red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Makes it a little more basic. And he doesn't have the sword yet.
No.
But yeah, with that, since we have no more predictions, tune in next time where we are gonna deal with Uncle being a really lackluster father. I've been teeing this episode up for months. Get ready.
This better pay off, I swear.
It's a fun episode. Like it's not like what we've been watching the last 4 episodes, but it's pretty fun. Anyway, tune in next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.